every time I see one of the guys part of that team, you know, you remember those things, and you remember all the things that happened, and quite happy with it. That cup was very special for me.
That's the last time you'll ever, you know, see those guys as a team, and you know, you've made it to the last stretch. There's nothing else you could win as a team, and you know, a lot of faces you'll remember, and that's going to stay forever.
When a team can put their mind to something, regardless of the characters, regardless of the ego, regardless of the skill, when you got 23 guys that have one focused goal together, and it doesn't matter who's leading the charge, who's going to be the hero, you could accomplish some pretty special things.
Well, you know, we talk about different eras, but one thing that never changes is the closeness of a hockey team, and that family, that sense of family that you have when when you have success together.
We went through a lot together, whether it be school, you know, ups and downs, girlfriends come and go, things of that nature. We just all kind of built a bond that we all are going to share for the rest of our lives.
You guys get together every once in a while, and you tell the same stories, and you laugh about the same stuff, and it's probably funnier now than it was when it happened. So it's really good. It's kind of a secondary family that you had growing up.
I didn't take it for granted. Coming to that rink every day with those guys was a privilege. And it was a special thing where, you know, when you're on the ice with those guys, you know, it was just, there was this calming aura, and you wanted to be part of it. You know, you wanted to step up and do your job so you could be part of it.
I think that's what makes it special when you look back and you look at the chemistry and the friendships and the bonds and, you know, all the ups and downs, and then to come out on top is special.
Anytime you win a championship, whatever level, it's just something special. So, you know, you get, very few people get that chance. And once you get it, you better realize that you know, appreciate it.
I look back on those days of the bunch of kids, really, that came together and gelled as a team. They didn't care what it took. If a couple guys had to, you know, maybe not play as much, or different roles that they might not have been used to in the past, they just accepted it and played hard.
Played on a few different teams, but to have that environment as close as the guys were, I've, you know, only experienced that a few times in my hockey career.
To this day, my best friends, the guys I talk to on a daily basis or a weekly basis, are guys that I won Memorial Cups with. So there's a bond there that you have for life, and it's a friendship and a brotherhood, because you went to war with each other, right? And you stood up for each other, and there's not too many people that can say that.
Championship teams have a bond that just never gets broken, no matter how long you're apart. You know, when you do get together, it feels like yesterday.
We're young kids, we're impressionable, and to me that's the beauty of junior hockey is, you know, the life lessons it teaches you. I just don't think you can find that just anywhere.
Obviously, you learn how to win in life. I mean, there's different ways that you don't have to be an athlete to do that. You know, you go through experiences, and some knock you down, some, you know, you have success and you learn from, just like you learn from, you know, negative situations too.
I think winning breeds success, where teams look at players that have come off of winning teams. They want them because they know they have that attitude, that it's not individual accolades that matter, but it's team goals that matter.
There's no question that the things that I learned about leadership and the things that I learned about intensity and dealing with pressure and working as part of a team, sometimes leading from the front, sometimes leading from behind, were all skills that I was able to transfer and use in the military, and it served me well.
There's a lot of sacrifices. When I look at that rink, I see all of that. I see that, you know, I can't say that I'm a winner. No, I won the Memorial Cup. That's huge. I've been on the biggest team in my country, and I'm a winner.
Through a season, you have to go through adversity, I find sometimes, to make yourself bigger and stronger, and being able to adapt to anything that's thrown at you. And we did go through that, but you could tell throughout the whole season, and mostly at the end of the year, we were one group and one solid group, and we're all playing for each other, and there was nobody playing for themselves.
I was lucky enough to win a few championships, but nothing compares to that Memorial Cup. So it's really a special night, a special event, and someone that's won it knows what it's all about and what it takes to actually make it to that level of hockey.
Any success that I've had is directly contributed to, 'cause of the people that I've met, the relationships that I've built, and the team that I've been part of. So, directly contributed to
the successes I've had in hockey.
Everyone just sees you on the ice at that moment holding that trophy, but you got to recognize, and people need to recognize, what goes into all those other moments when people aren't watching, what it takes to win and to get to that moment ultimately, to win that ultimate prize. A lot of blood, sweat, and tears, and you know, I think that's what I learned, how to be a winner.
Probably took a little bit for granted. Never came close to winning again after that. So, I know how hard it is.
I played in the Stanley Cup Finals when I was 23, lost. 10 years later, I had another chance at it. You don't get another chance 10 years later for the Memorial Cup. And you know, it's a great chance. And I know a lot of great NHL players wish they had won the Memorial Cup, no matter how many accolades and trophies and Stanley Cups they won as pros. It's a very special trophy to win, and to bring it back to Halifax, or to bring it back to Red Deer, or to bring it back to Guelph. It's a fantastic thing.
To get it done, it's a lot of work. So, and when you look back, well, you realize it even more, that, you know, yes, the players, but the coaching is certainly a big part of it.
You know, you're in the last game there, you're on the bench, and you're up, and all the guys on the bench, you know, they're standing, they're looking around, and you know it's coming down to the final buzzer, and it goes off, and I just remember just sitting there and just like, wow, this is kind of neat. And I took my time getting off the bench. I was kind of like one of the last guys to get off the bench there, and then you jump to the little pile, then you get to host the Memorial Cup, and it was quite a neat thing.
That championship's so hard to win. You only have a couple years to do it, and to be a part of that team, to have, you know, your name on there for life, it's pretty special.
You know, we were winning, but we were having fun. And it goes hand in hand, and truly a special moment, and a time that I will never forget.
It was an awesome feeling, just to grab that trophy and share it with that team was unbelievable.
For a kid in Medicine Hat that dreamed of playing for the Medicine Hat Tigers, to not only to play for them, but win a Memorial Cup in your hometown, not sure it gets any better.
You just never forget what it took to win a Memorial Cup, and I always use that as a bit of bragging rights. You know, anytime someone would start, getting on me about something, I just go, excuse me, let me ask you a question. Did you ever win the Memorial Cup? No, I didn't. Well, then shut up. Because and it would shut people up. The Memorial Cup in the NHL, when you ask guys, anybody played in the NHL that won a Memorial Cup is on another level.
It's pretty cool, and I wish that everybody could experience it, to be honest with you.
I know a few guys that haven't won the Memorial Cup. They're a little ticked off because they were pretty close. Big, big, big thrill when you win it. You see the guys. You think back when you're a teenager, at least you did something. You won the Memorial Cup. Boy, that's really something.
You know, I had people come up to me that played many years in the NHL and won 4 or 5 Stanley Cups, and they said they would give up a Stanley Cup ring to have a Memorial Cup ring. And that speaks volumes to what people actually think about Major Junior, and the fact that the Memorial Cup is such a special trophy to a lot of people.
Having your name on it's like the Stanley Cup. You know, you're gonna sometime you can bring your kids if you want to, and have them look at it, and that's fun. That they can't take away.
It was something that I'll always remember, obviously.